Abortion rights activists are holding their annual march in Washington for the first time since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
The March for Life returns with a new focus after the High Court's decision. Organizers say they're pushing Congress to not take action against laws restricting abortion rights that were introduced in dozens of states last year. And after an 8-month investigation, the Supreme Court says it has not been able to determine who leaked a draft of its ruling overturning Roe v. Wade.
Recent CBS News polling shows that 62% of Americans want abortion to be mostly legal in their state. 38% say it should be mostly illegal. Let's bring in our CBS News chief legal correspondent. That would be Jan Crawford. Thanks for joining us. Jan, with the majority of Americans saying they support abortion, what impact does social pressure have on the court?
Well, I mean, I think you could say this case, overturning Roe versus Wade, shows that the conservatives on that Supreme Court aren't following the public opinion polls. They say, look, we're going to follow the law. And that's what's different with this Supreme Court and these conservative justices. I think in the past, there was more of a sense that, well, we don't want to get too far in front of public opinion. But these five on this court right now are not as concerned about that. That makes them different than, say, the Chief Justice, John Roberts, who is a little more worried about, what the public thinks and the court's, quote, institutional integrity. So I think that's why you've seen him kind of part ways with those five conservatives. But you know what? You only need 5 votes for major movements in the law. And that's what we've got right now in the Supreme Court.
And Jen, I know that the court says the investigation into the leak is not over yet. I want to move on into this part because it's very interesting. I understand it wasn't a hack, that there are suspects, but there's too many to narrow down. What will the court do to prevent this from happening again?
Well, after 8 months, interviews with nearly 100 court employees. We get this 23-page report yesterday that says we still can't figure out who it is. Now, first of all, there's been some criticism about how this investigation started in the first place. Many people were saying that the Chief Justice should have brought in the FBI, where they could have had search warrants, subpoenas, grand jury investigations. No, they did it internally with the court's marshal. So that limited what they could look at. And they came up with no name. So here we are now. The court is on the bench. Some of the people who were there last year, the law clerks, they've moved on. What about the future? Already the court is changing its processes, its procedures to try to protect these kind of confidential documents so that we don't get another leak, unprecedented, never happened in history again. And so I think that's kind of where they are now. How can we stop this from happening again? They've already put things in place that they think will do that. But as the report concluded, the leaker was able to act with impunity because these documents were not protected well enough.
Yeah.
I keep wondering why they didn't bring the FBI. Reading about it, I thought, come on, it doesn't sound like those were the ultimate, resources to investigate.
I guess, can you read anything into that,
right.
Jan, before we hop on to some other cases? I was just wondering. Do they think went to the tippy top?
Definitely. I think the reason that the Chief Justice decided not to bring in the FBI was because it was, number one, what is the crime here? There are some that you could argue this would violate federal law, including taking government property for your own personal use. That's a crime. But number two, there's a sense that do we really want to bring in the FBI to start going through the Supreme Court's business?
Yeah.
It's easier to keep it with the marshal, who has got a lot of experience. No shade on her, but it does limit some of the things that she can do. She doesn't have the kind of powers that the FBI would have had.
And an old Politico told me once, when you open the door to the FBI and let them in the front door, you can't tell them which room to
look. You can't put that cat back in the bag.
Right. So tell me this. The court is set to hear a case next month on a statute that protects online platforms from liability for content posted by their users. How do we expect the justices to rule on that case?
Oh, well, that is going to be the one that everyone in Silicon Valley and beyond is going to be looking at because, as Google says, if the court rules against Google, it could upend the internet. Now, all right, maybe that's a little much, but it is a tremendously important case because a 1996 law protects these tech providers from being held liable for the kind of content that people might post on their platforms. And so this case could gives the court a chance to narrow that law and start holding these tech companies liable things if, for example, in this case, their algorithms encourage people to look at other videos. So that's the question. A father whose American daughter was killed by ISIS in a terrorist attack in France is suing, saying that Google's algorithms were funneling ISIS, recommending ISIS videos to people who might be sympathetic, and that caused them to be radicalized. So it's all over. And man, that's the ball game, right? That's how these tech companies now make all their money. They, you know, algorithms, they funnel stuff to people and that they may be interested in. That's the ball game. So that's why you have like every tech company weighing in. Like this is big time stakes for them and how the internet is going to, you know, kind of conduct itself.
That's right. I mean, the implications would be so far, infinitely far reaching. Jan Crawford, thank you so much. We'll stay tuned to what happens with that case.
Yeah.